Hi class. Now let's take a moment and go over modules. When you log into your home page, you will select the modules link and it will take you here. I have opened up a getting started module for all students and I think you need to take your time, go through these documents. Again, there's a welcome message, instructor bio, which is fascinating reading, course expectations, step for success, and then some information about course technology. And my link that I'm providing to you is computer problems. Select this link for help. So typically every semester students, when they first start working in Canvas or first start working in an online course, they run into a few snags. Let me encourage you to go here first instead of reaching out to me. Make sure that I'm just going to open it up. Make sure that you understand that there is help for you at Bevel, and I've provided the phone number and the extension for you to call. Canvas also provides help to students, and you can contact Canvas by selecting this question mark in the column on the far left-hand side of your home page. You need some certain things to be able to operate your computer, and links can be found here to make sure that you have Java and those kinds of things. But as a general rule, most technology problems can be resolved by restarting and accepting updates on your computer. You may need to clear your cookies and cache. You may need to update the web browser that you're using. You may need to use a different web browser. So if you go in and you're using Google Chrome, which is the preferred web browser for Canvas, and it's not working right for you, try to go into Mozilla Firefox or another web browser. I think you'll be surprised. Also, resetting the zoom level on your computer monitor can also solve a host of problems. So class, please go over these tips and suggestions before you contact me, and let's make sure you've done everything that you can do to resolve your issues. So there's the information on technology. All right, number 2, I've given you a McGraw-Hill Campus Connect student agreement and introduce yourself module. So I'm again recommending that you select the free trial to get started. You can select here, or you can go over to this column and select McGraw-Hill. So there's a lot of ways to go to McGraw-Hill and register for the SmartBook. You will need to complete a student agreement and introduce yourself to the class by January the 15th, or if this is I may use this next semester, so please check your due dates on your syllabus. But I do provide the student agreement and introduce yourself as a way to avoid being dropped from the class as a no-show. Bevel states that if you do not complete any work in the class, you can be dropped. So you need to complete some work. So when you log in and get registered with McGraw-Hill and go through all this material, take the time to complete the student agreement and the introduce yourself discussion. Next, I am providing a module for student resources and helpful links for success. I'm providing you with a weekly study plan. What do I need to do every week to be successful? Read this. Why am I being made to read primary sources, and what are primary sources? What kind of grammar is my instructor going to be concerned with when I submit writing assignments? Citation suggestions. How should I let my instructor know where the material came from, and how do I, what do I need to do? So I want you as a student to take the time this week to go through this material, and it will help you be a better student and help things to go a lot smoother for you. I am giving you a sample reflection. So one of the things that you'll be required to do this semester is submit 5 writing assignments. There are 3 paragraphs each. Remember to read the directions in the syllabus, and then in the module we'll take a look at one. You have an assignment instructions. I'm giving you a sample of what a reflection should look like. And then the Turnitin or VeriCite anti-plagiarism tool. What is it if you need to know what that is? And then some help with LearnSmart if you need it. This link may be live and it may not. I'll check it before you log in for the first time. Let's take a look at Chapter 1 module, just as an example of what you're going to look at every week. Each week, you're going to use your textbook or SmartBook to read the chapter. And while you're reading, you're going to define key terms at the end of the chapter. This is going to prepare you to complete the key term quiz and the chapter Learn Smart. Use the videos and the supplemental reading in each module for enrichment and to bridge, topics together. So here is your first module. You'll see I've provided learning objectives and an overview of the chapter. And class, I have several lectures here that I want you to watch. This is in lieu of you being in a classroom setting. I have recorded these lectures for you to help you have a better understanding of what I think is important in the chapter. And some students do tend to learn better when they're hearing something about the topic rather than just reading. So hearing is sometimes a better way of learning. So take a minute. They're typically going to be between 5 and 20 minutes long. So you don't have to sit down and listen to all of them at one time. There might not be one in every single chapter, but most chapters I do have a lecture or 2 or 3, and that can be a great way to start when you say, okay, I'm ready to do chapter 1. You get your textbook or pull up your SmartBook and you kind of see what it's going to be about, and you look over the learning objectives and then listen to the lectures, and I think it'll be very helpful to you. I've provided you with PowerPoints if you want to use that to go through your chapter reading. And then I've also given you things that are called for further study. It's information and articles and readings and videos and different things that might actually give you some helpful information to cement the important topics of a chapter. So for example, I want you to take a look at Moundville in Cahokia. This is the mound building Indians, the Mississippian culture. We have the number 2 spot of this culture in Alabama. So take a minute to look at that, and then I'll usually include a short video that will help you go even further. Under graded assignments, you'll see these are the things that you'll have to complete each week to earn points. So this week you'll have a reflection number 1. You will have a key term quiz, and you will have a Learn Smart about the chapter. These are all due, as you can see, from the due date here on January the 17th for this semester. If I use this another semester, it might be due another day. But typically, they're due, I start the class, I think this year the semester starts on a Friday. You will not have anything due for a week and a couple of days, except for the introduction, introduce yourself, and the student agreement. So this is what a module is going to look like, class, and you will work your way through each one of these. So you will start with learning objectives, then you'll listen to lectures. If you want to take a look at the PowerPoint, you can. I will have further study and videos for you, and then you'll be ready to complete your graded assignments as long as you've read your chapter. And a lot of students find that when they do the Learn Smarts, they read the chapter as they do the Learn Smart, because the questions from the Learn Smart will direct you to chapter reading, and so you can kind of read along. And again, you will need to read the directions on the syllabus for all of these assignments before you complete them. Reflection number 1, I have direction assignments, and then on the syllabus there's also direction. So be sure to read both. Key term quizzes, how do I do that? Read about it on the syllabus and then try it out here. And then chapter 1, Learn Smart, how do I do it? Read about it on the syllabus and then complete it here. It'll take you a few minutes to get started on all of this. It will look different, it'll be different if you've never used a McGraw-Hill textbook before. If you've had me, you know what to expect. But if you haven't had my classes before, you can take your time, go through it. Again, the Learn Smart, you can go in and out as often as you need to complete all of the questions. But after you've worked through this first week, then I think you'll have a better understanding of what it's going to look like and what it's going to feel like. You do not have a writing assignment due every week in this class. Typically, it's about every other week. So some weeks you don't have writing, and that might be a week that you want to work ahead. But I think that should give you an idea of what modules look like and how you will be in modules most of the time. Let's go back to the home page for just a second. And I'm going to show you something. I'm going to go to a student view here, and I want to show you when you log into your home page, this is what it's going to look like. And as you can see, there is a to-do list, class. So here are your dates that you will have your first assignments due. You've got a little bit of time to get in here and read all of the documents and take a look and get comfortable with the class and listen to my introduction videos. And after you go through this, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I am just a Canvas inbox message away. As always, keep in touch.